All right, so Joe Budden talking about this new Tyler the Creator album. Let's see what they got to say.
Like, it's an album I will go back to when I'm when I want to vibe. It's not an album I will go back to when I want to listen to hip hop.
Agree.
For sure. They got some of that on there for me though.
It's a couple.
It's like 2 or 3.
I really love the Hey Jane, I Killed You, Judge Judy segment.
That run was my favorite run.
Yeah, and I said in my album review, a video that I did, you guys can go watch this honest opinion about Tyler the Creator's music video. I said that Chromocopia is not really an album to me that has replay value, but there is a stretch on that album from like Darling I to Judge Judy that I thought was the best part of the album, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that conceptual journey,
debating abortion with himself as the girl was incredible to me. That beat on I Kill, I don't know how you don't like it.
It was like a 4-song story in there somewhere.
Darling I, all of this. I think this was like in that teaser or something.
Yeah, it might have been.
So I love that, John. I came on here and said it. I love that. But the rest of the album, I feel like that was some trick marketing that he did. The rest of the album, I'm not, miss me with the Pharrell, with all of the Happy Pharrell shit. I'm cool. I'm
Happy by Pharrell was a great song. Classic. Probably Pharrell's biggest song.
cool on that production.
I enjoyed
I
this
love
shit.
it.
I was sitting there with the ugly face with some of this shit like, God damn. But yeah, overall, I'm very pleased with the Tyler album.
Me too.
Very, very pleased. This might be 3-4 songs on here out of 14 that I'm cool on hearing.
And I'm the opposite. There's probably like 3 or 4 songs on here out of the whole album that I'll actually have in my rotation. Judge Judy for sure, which Tyler went on Twitter, he went on X, whatever it's called nowadays, and said Judge Judy is his favorite song off the album. And I already said that that's my favorite part of the album. I like Darling I probably a little bit more, but that entire stretch right there, that's a great little pocket.
That's a percentage I'll live with any day.
For sure. And I like the Childish Gambino guest vocals and the Daniel Caesar guest vocals. I like all that shit.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. Some of these niggas could list the features.
Oh, I completely agree. I hate the lack of crediting.
Yeah.
I hate the lack of crediting.
Like Travis Scott for me is probably the only one that could not list them.
I don't ever.
Nah, I think Tyler, he's one of those artists to where it makes sense why he doesn't list the features, because I would think Tyler's opinion would be, I want you to, when you hear that album for the first time, I want you to not be anticipating, oh, this person is on it, that person is on it. Just let the album develop as it's supposed to. I think Tyler is one of those type artists who can do that.
I want to see no credits.
Never.
I want to know what am I hearing? I want to know.
Yeah, who's on this thing?
Yeah.
Like, don't surprise me.
Right.
You gotta have me guessing whose voice this is.
Especially as I get older and I don't know everybody's voice the same way like I used to.
Yeah,
I need names.
Yeah.
But shout out to Tyler. Congratulations. I see he's doing numbers. He's doing great. He has a cult-like fan base.
Yeah, he does. They're gonna support him.
What level of superstardom does Tyler fall in hip-hop terms?
Tyler the Creator is a hip-hop star. Tyler the Creator is one of the few rappers who, when he drops, is going to do 100K plus. He's a platinum selling artist. He's a Grammy Award winning artist. He has his own cult fan base. He throws his own festival in LA, sells out every single year. He's been doing Camp Flog Gnaw since 2015, 2016. Tyler the Creator is like RZA from Wu-Tang Clan. He created, as far as I know, everyone in Odd Future. He gave them their names. He curated their albums, their project, kind of like West Side Gun used to do Griselda. He curated them. It's similar to how RZA helped curate everybody in Wu-Tang. Tyler the Creator is that guy. He's a hip-hop, legend, yes, and he is a hip-hop superstar. He can tour globally or domestically. He can do arenas. The fact you even got to ask this, it's not even an old thing. It just says you're out of touch. Like, you may not like his music, but you got to know where he stands. Isn't Tyler about to do 200, 300K?
Where do you put him? There was a gentleman from Billboard a few weeks ago to say that the new age big three, if you're not counting the big three, was Travis, Future, and the Yeet Dude, maybe? I'd have to find it to say who it was, but he was being creative and figuring out who, or maybe he said Uzi, Travis, and the Yeet Dude.
I think you could put Tyler in the Uzi, Travis.
What do we mean new age big three? Future's from Drake and Kendrick's and Cole's time. Future got popular around that time. Same as Travis Scott. Travis Scott is he came out a little bit later, maybe 2012, 2013. When did Travis Scott do Blocka for Pusha T? That's when Travis Scott caught fire. They're all from the same, circa the same time period. It's not no new age. Travis Scott and Tyler don't belong in the same time period as Uzi Vert.
I think he's A or A minus, I guess. He's a star. He's a star. Everyone knows his face, everyone knows his voice. He sells records, he gets critical acclaim. He's all the things.
but he's a tier below.
He's not Drake or
Right.
Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Is he the other one?
Is he Future?
We got to say what we mean. You know, if we're going to have these substantive conversations, what do you mean by Tyler is not Drake or Kendrick Lamar? Tyler is from that same era. Tyler got popular around the same time Kendrick got popular. Facts.
Facts.
Tyler got popular in like 2010, 2011. I first heard Odd Future in 2010, and they were already popular. Like, they're already doing these big shows. The Free Earl, like, when I got into Odd Future, the Free Earl thing, for those who were there, when Earl was in Samoa and it was like a Free Earl campaign, that was already going on. Like, I had to do my research into the lore and figure out who the fuck is Earl. Like, all that was already going on. They already had a crazy cult fandom. And this is 2010. This is before Kendrick is even popular like that. Kendrick might have had OD out. Kendrick maybe didn't even have Section 80 out at the time. So Tyler, Kendrick, Drake, for some reason, people look at Tyler as like new age. He's not. I think it's probably because his fan base leans a little younger. But Tyler is from the same era as Drake and Kendrick. Like, Tyler was popular before Kendrick in LA. This is facts.
Different bag. Future's a little bit
But
more
yes,
Is
pop.
Is he Travis?
Is he the other one? He said
Who,
he's
Cole?
not Drake. Yeah.
Is he Cole? Is he Uzi?
He's Uzi, for sure.
Uzi.
He's Uzi for sure.
Although I think
Why are we throwing Uzi Vert in this bag with Tyler, Drake, and Kendrick? I don't understand.
Uzi does sell more typically first week vibes. I could be
He's-
wrong about that.
he's
Correct
cold.
me if I'm wrong.
I've said that before.
Well, let's see. Let's correct Park if he's wrong. So Tyler's last album, Platinum, Igor, double plat, Flower Boy, double plat, platinum, and then 2 gold albums. Uzi Vert, platinum, 2 times platinum. What about first week sales? What did the Pink Tape do? 154,000, 167,000 equivalent album units. We don't know what Tyler's going to do, but projection of Tyler's sales, he's going to do 200,000 plus. And this is without, like, Tyler dropped on a Monday, so he's missing days of counting streaming data. Like, there's a reason why artists usually drop on certain days. That's so they get a full week album units counting towards their total sales. So they're anticipating Tyler to do 200K plus, being that he dropped on a Monday. So he's missing like 3 or 4 days of actual counting streaming data for that first week sales projection. So what did Tyler's last joint do? 169,000. So yeah. And 55,000 pure album sales. That's a lot of pure album sales for 2024. So he sold more than Uzi, Pink Tape, the first week. So yeah, Parks, there you go.
Or I got killed for it. He's who. I wasn't even going to come do this, but y'all mentioned it. He's who people say Cole is to me.
No, he's
I think
not.
very different.
I'm just
Nah. See, we got to say what we mean instead of just saying, provocative stuff. Tyler the Creator is not who people say J. Cole is. People have always said that J. Cole is just a great rapper, a super MC, great bars, refreshing. He's an ode to, the 90s, early 2000s where lyrics mattered. That's what J. Cole has always been. Tyler the Creator has never been like, super MC type deal. Tyler the Creator is more in the vein of RZA. Tyler the Creator is more in the vein of Kanye West. Even West Side Gun a little bit just in terms of curation. Now, if what you're trying to say is Tyler the Creator should be in the big 3, except for J. Cole, that's a different conversation. But Tyler the Creator is not who people say J. Cole is. There are totally different types of rappers.
y'all mentioned it. He's who people say Cole is to me.
I think they're very different.
I'm just talking,
Yeah, very
especially
different.
before when Cole was doing all his own production and all of this. It was, this with no features. Tyler's done that. Like
True.
it's been the things that we give Cole the credit for. Tyler has done literally all of those at the same, or maybe if not a notch higher level.
I think he's a better producer than
He can't
Cole.
rap better than Cole.
He can't rap better than Cole.
He can't.
Yeah, I think Cole's a better rapper. In terms of producer, I really don't like Tyler the Creator's beats like that. But Tyler the Creator, he's more inventive. He's more risque. Like I don't get tired. I won't say I won't get tired of. I was gonna say I don't get tired of Tyler rapping over his own beats, but I kind of do when Tyler does the more aggressive sound, which I don't like. I like the more laid back stuff like Darling I, like Boredom, like What's Your Name. Cole, I get tired of him rapping over his own beats sometimes. But I guess I could say the same for Tyler, just depending on what style he's choosing to do.
Can't remotely rap better than Cole.
Not in the same planet, but he makes better music. He makes more interesting records too.
I think Tyler would be offended at us saying that.
They can't rap
I
better
agree
than
with
Cole.
it. I agree with it.
Most people,
But I
offended.
do think it would be offensive to him.
Yeah,
Maybe.
He'd be
I don't
wrong.
think
Sorry,
I
Tyler.
don't think he feels like that at all.
It's hard. He might not, but it's hard to say, just given the output that Cole has done, just the feature run alone, he showed at every avenue that I can rap and do anything and still be good at it.
I give Tyler points that I can't give Cole though. What?
Originality.
Star Crew.
Yeah.
Star.
Yeah, Star Crew for sure. You look at Our Future, Earl Sweatshirt, The Internet, Sid and all them, Frank Ocean. And remember, Tyler is naming these guys, Vince Staples, Casey Veggies. Our Future. Just think about how their names all are. Isn't it odd to you? I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks of stuff like this. Isn't it odd to you that all their names have like the similar naming convention? Tyler Creator. First name, it's like first name, random item as the last name. Tyler Creator. Earl Sweatshirt. Casey Veggies. Vince Staples. Haji Beats. I think Haji might have named himself, though. I don't know. Star Crew for sure.
Star Crew.
Yeah.
All of them.
As an exec A&R, he's up there.
He's got
up
Frank
there.
Ocean in his.
That's already a W.
Yeah, I give him Star Crew. I also give Tyler. I saw the shift in how rap videos were directed when he hit the scene.
For sure.
Like how?
Yonkers video.
2010, 2011, whatever that was, the nasty shit with the roach.
Yeah,
and-
Yonkers.
Oh, yeah, Yonkers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Once that
Where he
video
hung
hit,
himself.
videos changed.
Yeah.
I can't give that one.
And
to
even the
Cole.
videos from this were incredible.
Yeah.
Well, how? I wish they would just explain a little bit more what they mean. How did the videos change? In your
Can't give
opinion?
that one to Cole. Those are the two I'll say wholeheartedly.
So basically saying impact.
I think pure rapping Cole has some.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. Album discography, album for album.
I think Tyler has better discography.
And I give Tyler more heart than Cole.
Everybody trying to act like Cole don't have heart. Yeah, I think that's an interesting conversation though. Tyler's discography versus J. Cole's. See, I'm not as harsh on J. Cole's discography because I remember the mixtapes that no one ever mentions when they talk about J. Cole. I remember the warm up. I remember Friday Night Lights. And I liked J. Cole's first album. I liked Born Sinner, but even 2014 Forest Hills Drive, I feel like the production didn't age well though. So it's a toss up, but I prefer J. Cole's albums more. But I would totally understand why people would think that Tyler has a better discography. He has more interesting albums. His albums are more cinematic. Like Tyler is a proper album artist. Whereas J. Cole, I think he cares about his albums, but it just doesn't feel as intentional as Tyler's sometimes.
I feel like Cole agrees with a lot of the Tyler takes, but Tyler says it.
Yeah.
Cole won't.
For sure.
That's real.
All of this sounds unfair to Cole because we should be talking about the Tyler project. I don't know how we got to Cole, but I give those three to Tyler in the sliders over Cole. I do. Cole gonna have to do something to fix that heart slider. I know
Yeah.
Cole fans don't want to hear that, but it's something that him and his think tank should be at least.
Or they just don't care about that slider.
Yeah.
I just keep these other ones up over here.
I know.
I ain't got to work on my rebounding game.
I spoke to Jid in the heart of the beef.
Did you speak to Cole?
Niggas care.
I hear you.
Niggas care. Rappers care. I'm a rapper, so I mean I know rappers care.
I hear
Rappers
you.
care. You can tell us they don't care. They care. They care. It's okay to say it.
Listen,
I know
listen,
with black men is the thing. I don't give a fuck. Yo, aging is
No.
identifying the things that you do give a fuck about. Hey, yo, I care about that.
What you just said. So in Cole and aging could be like, I really don't give a fuck what they think about this, just this part right here. Long as I take care of everything else, if that's my knock, I could live with that.
If you were right, his last record don't sound like that.
Port Antonio.
We just came out.
Explained on the shit.
The last
Yeah,
record.
explaining
that
himself.
one.
Yeah,
If you
true,
were
true,
correct,
true, true.
That record don't sound like that.
That record sound like I'm talking to somebody. I care what he think. I want him to know our relationship is cool. I'm not trying to sit here and give a fuck. I'm not gonna let the fans trick me into this because they all saying the fickle ass fans out here yelling, "You don't have no heart. You don't have no heart. You need to do X, Y,
Yeah,
Z."
but that's where
Fuck
people.
that.
That's where
That's
people.
what I'm saying.
But that's where I want to stay right there. That's where people sleep on the power of the fans. Because if the fans could change dude's brain that you care about, then you care. Then you care about the fan participation in whatever y'all have going on. Maybe.
All right, so I think we got the gist of that. I think the main point of the conversation here was like they almost got to it. I wish they would just complete their thoughts. Like they would say things and then not expand on it. But like if you expand on it, that's a whole nother great little music conversation we're having. But anyways, I think the main point was Tyler should be in J. Cole's spot in the big three. Like the big three is just, I think people forget why the big three was what it was. Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. It wasn't like who are the most popular three artists. It wasn't who sells the most. The big three was about 2010, 2011 when that conversation started coming about. It started coming about because it was who is the best? Who is the best? And there were so many new artists people were like, well, J. Cole, definitely, because he's one of the best rappers out, which he was even in 2011, 2010. Drake, for sure, because he's the hottest thing out, and people felt he could rap really well. And then Kendrick was kind of like the last one to be inserted into the big three convo, because Kendrick didn't catch fire until after Cole and after Drake. But then it was Kendrick. Now it's like, okay, we have three. It was about who's the best. Not so much who sells the most or who does the albums with no features. Because really, that 2010, blog era, you can't make a big three. There were too many great artists. Like, how are you going to make a big three and then not have Nicki Minaj in it? Nicki Minaj has more sons than anybody in the rap game. She has more sons than anybody. How do you not put Future? Future came out a little bit later. Future was like 2012. Wasn't really 2010. It's like 2012, 2013. That's when he got popular. But how do you not put Future in that? And then how do you not put Tyler? Tyler was popular before Kendrick. On the internet, facts. Facts. I'm telling you facts. I was there. So how do you not put Tyler in the big three? Like, there's too many people to be talking about a big three. Then you got Big Sean, Wale. If it's not about sales, then Big Crit has to be there. Big Crit is a better producer than Cole and Tyler. Big Crit is a better producer than Tyler. He makes better beats. Album for album, his albums, he's an album artist also. But no one ever really gives Big Crit credit because he's not selling a bunch of albums. So I think implicitly, people's big three conversation is about, a large part of it is who sells albums and the impact and all that. But there are too many rappers from that blog era, 2008 to like 2013. There are too many of them to be talking about a big three. The only reason why the Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick big three exists is because that's who the fans at the time handpicked as the best. Making the best music. It's like, who makes the best music, like songs, and is lyrical at the same time. And then it was Drake, who was first, then Cole popped up, and then Kendrick came last. And now it's like, okay, these are the three best guys. Now you can argue, J. Cole has walked himself out of that conversation over the years, which I think J. Cole has gotten better. But there's never going to be just a big three from that era. There were too many great rappers. And we should be talking about criteria. What's your criteria for the big three? Because any big three conversation, you're going to see that it cannot exist, because you have to name Drake, you have to name Kendrick. There are a bunch of other names that you should be naming, even around that same time. Rick Ross got popular. He had been around for a long time, but Rick Ross. You're going to name Drake and Kendrick, but you can't have a big three without Nicki Minaj in it. It just doesn't work. Nicki Minaj has had more impact than any of these guys, except maybe Future and maybe Drake. Nicki Minaj is probably more than them. So big three can't even exist without Nicki. So the whole big three conversation, it's specifically for J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. It's about who makes the best music and is the best rapper and lyrical. And that's what it was about at first. I don't know what it is now. But anyways, I'm done rambling. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.